Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of Why the Long Face in Lockdown. Here we are. We've done 2 episodes. We've finally got round to doing the third one. Countless reasons why it's taking so long, but that doesn't matter. We're here. Mike, Neil.
Hello.
And Martin, of course. Hello, Martin.
Good afternoon.
Now, I think that one thing that the viewers are going to be quite interested in is the fact that you and I, Mike, seem to have borrowed Martin's quiff for the forthcoming duration of the lockdown. I hope you don't mind, Martin. I'm quite enjoying my little quiff. And Mike, yours is actually looking quite respected. Actually, yours really does look like Martin's.
It's quite perky. Well, yeah, there's a story there. Heather cut my hair yesterday afternoon because it was very long up until probably... Good
job.
Well, thanks very much. I mean, it's fair to say probably that if you got very close, there might be a few issues with it, possibly, a little bit of kind of, it's a bit like, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. But, I'm happy.
No one's going to get that close, Mike.
Well, no, you're right. Apart from family, and they live with them. So
I don't think it's nearly short enough.
So what happened, Martin? What?
Well, I asked for a Renton, and I got a Spud. I think that's... No, I mean we've talked about it. I finally found out. I don't think barbershops are kind of officially advised to open till July the 4th. Very long at the sides, and the only haircut a family member, my wife, in fact, could manage, was same length all over. I think that's what happened. We talked about the idea of doing a fade, perhaps some blending in, but they just haven't got the skills. So this was the safest bet.
So was this with the dog clippers?
This was with the dog clippers, yes.
So I read somewhere that dog clippers...
9mm cut.
I read somewhere that dog clippers and hair clippers, I don't know, human clippers and dog clippers, they're pretty much the same. Is that right?
I would imagine so. I cut my hair using dog clippers, and I couldn't, there seemed to be no differences.
Of course, what you've got to remember is dogs have a wide variety of hair and coats, don't they? So the dog clipper has to cope with all sorts of unruly hair. So you think with a simple human hair, it'd be plain sailing.
So dog clippers are possibly more hardcore.
It's starting to get a little bit tufty. I did see. Let me show you something. Since as we're talking about haircuts, I said July the 4th. However, some foolhardy barbershops are planning to open. I saw this. See if this works. No, it doesn't work. The way the meeting's set up, for some reason, it doesn't work. But I saw there's a barber that is going to open. And there was a picture of him in a local paper. It was in the northeast somewhere, where he was basically in the full-on visor, shield, kind of robotic arms, all sorts going on. No.
So, is there a significance to them actually opening on July the 4th, like Independence Day? Is that why?
I don't know. There's just been some kind of date that the dart in the Home Office hit on the calendar. I think that's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That's okay. That's
maybe that's when one of the leading cabinet members was planning to get his hair cut, possibly.
I'll tell you what, though, Martin's camera being at that angle, we're getting a brilliant view of the famous nostrils, aren't we? It's truly spectacular.
The male pattern bald is not doing too badly. I'm now concerned.
Well, look, I've just discovered I'm going further back than I used to.
Yeah, it does go further back than it used to. But I'm wondering, is this now the haircut for life?
No, Martin, you can't do that. You've got your trademark to think of.
I know, but is it time? Is it that the haircut that all men eventually succumb to?
I hope not.
There. Will I never have to give my £10 to somebody again? See, there you go, Neil.
Well, you've got an option, haven't you, now?
Do I spend £10?
Yeah.
But don't let the wife do it.
Well, there's also the amount you'll save on, if you decide to stick like that, Martin, think of what you'll save on products.
I still want to put it in. I still kind of, in the morning, I'm kind of, put the fingers in the pot of product and to kind of no. I thought about washing my hair this evening, because I'm on telly,
Why?
And, 'cause I'm
You're not on telly, mate. You're on the internet. It's like so much more than telly.
No, people at home, they put it on their telly. I know how this modern
Oh,
technology works.
okay.
And I could just wash it with a flannel. Really strange. I didn't, but I'm sure I can.
I'm sure you could. And the savings on shampoo alone. I mean,
Yeah, just count those up.
just half a
that's
pea's worth of shampoo will do Martin now.
Is this now the time to adopt the other thing that you can do with your hair where you don't wash it? If you get it this short, is it now the time to adopt it?
I don't. There's only one person who doesn't wash their body hair, and that's Mike, right? So, Mike, would you want to?
Whoa!
Let's field that one.
No, just below his thighs, he doesn't wash his body.
Hang on, I just don't. Just hang on a second. I don't wash my back in the shower because who does? And
possible.
I do.
I do. In there with you.
I'm working on a theory. Actually, it's quite interesting that there is there's a sweet spot in the middle of your back that you just can't reach.
What, my back?
Well, anybody's back, yours especially, but anybody's back. That I reckon there's like a sort of 10 pence size area that, despite your best efforts, you'll never get the soap to.
Can I just ask you both then? Do you both wash your back? So you actually deliberately kind of like with a, like that, with a loafer?
Loafer?
No. What, did you say a loafer? What do you use?
A loofah.
Loafer, isn't it? Loofah.
Mike is using
loafer.
Maybe that's where I'm going wrong.
Is that what you call an unemployed person? Do you get a loaf around? Come on now, stop sitting on the street begging for heroin money, and come and wash my back.
No, I'm using Heather's penny loafers, to do it.
It's a loofah, just so you know.
I did say that actually. Obviously, this connection has just mangled my words a bit.
Speaking of product, I had a bit of an odd thing happen to me yesterday. I found some eggs in the fridge, and I think I had a sell-by date of the 28th of March. Yeah.
Sell-by date or best before date?
Nah. So sell-by date was 20. No, actually, I think there was a display until date, which was the 22nd of March, and then there was a best before date, which was the 28th of March. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there was doubt in my mind, right? So I come back to the computer and I go, because they've been in the fridge, right? So
and they're 2 weeks past their date. It's roughly 2 weeks.
2.5, 3, nearly. So. Okay. I googled how long is it until eggs, are safe to eat. How long before eggs go off. Anyway, so I found this really useful article saying that there is this really easy test you can do
in water.
Well, now, okay, let me stop you there, okay? Because I read this thing and it said basically that if you put an egg in a bowl of water, right? If it floats, it's bad.
Yeah.
But if it sinks, it's okay, right?
Much like a witch.
Much like what? A witch.
Much like a witch.
Yes. Right. So
if it bends, it's funny. If it breaks, it's not.
So I go to the kitchen, and by the time I'd got to the kitchen, you know that thing about wasp.
The egg had gone off.
Well, no. You know that thing about wasp and bee stings, about how you treat one with alkali and one with acid.
Yeah, maybe.
I can never remember which, so theoretically, if I got it wrong, I could exacerbate the situation. Yeah.
So between looking it up and going to the kitchen, you forgot the important detail.
Yes, exactly. So I put the eggs in water, they sunk, and I thought, oh, they're off then, and I threw them away. And then I came back into the computer and reread it and realised that I'd actually forgotten the very heart of the problem.
I think it's about air, isn't it? It's about air in the shell, and that's an indication that they've gone off. So the more air in the shell, the more they'll float. Yeah, that's the
guess
point.
So, yeah.
Apparently.
Can air get into that shell though? That's a fairly.
Yeah. The kind of the tip I tend to use is when an egg's got 28th of March as a sell by. I tend not to use it in May. That's my shorthand for this.
Well, but having said that, despite that date, they were still good, right?
Well, yeah, maybe.
If the test is to be believed. I mean, the fact that I threw them away anyway, threw away 3 perfectly good eggs.
Yeah.
It's just my bad, but it's a good one to know anyway. So, listeners, just to remind you, if it sinks, it's good. If it floats, it's bad. There you go.
I follow 2 egg life hacks. If I'm having a soft-boiled egg, I put a little vinegar in the water as it boils. If I haven't got vinegar, I light a match and I drop it in the water.
For what reason?
If the egg cracks, I'm going for a soft-boiled egg. If the egg cracks and you don't want that sort of semi kind of poached egg, seepage out the side of the shell.
Yeah.
So you don't want that. So to keep that contained, I'm sure there's science in this. I don't know what it is. To keep that contained, you add vinegar. If not, you haven't got vinegar, which is rare. I haven't used the burnt match option in a long time, perhaps camping. Then you use the burnt match. I don't know the science of either, but it works.
Wow.
Surely if an egg's going to crack in the boiling, it's the damage is done, isn't it, surely?
No, because it kind of seals the hole. It makes the protein of the white perhaps solid quicker.
So it acts like a sort of white kind of a coagulation if you cut yourself, yeah? You know how the blood sort of scabs up? Are you saying that vinegar
I'm sure that's a process that happens as you boil anyway, but I think it must speed it up.
Wow.
Could be nonsense, of course. Well, I've done it for my life.
We've got the internet to ask now, so we can. Mike,
you talked about poached eggs, Martin, and I thought I had a solution to the perfect poached egg. By putting it in cling film. Have you ever tried this?
What?
I've never
do it.
No, that's not something I would ever even countenance, Mike.
Well, someone told me that was a way to guarantee that your poached egg wouldn't kind of split and entrails are all over throughout your boiled water and so on. But what you end up with is kind of this gooey, plasticky mess. You try and peel the kind of the cling film off the egg matter. No.
Yeah,
anyway, just if you're thinking of doing it.
That doesn't sound like a really good idea to start with, to be honest with you, is it?
The life unhack.
Yeah, and what kind of eggs are you eating that have got entrails in them anyway?
Well, no, you know what I mean.
Are they like dinosaur eggs or something?
No. When you're poaching an egg, if it doesn't keep to its kind of its shape when it's beginning to poach, the white will spin off, won't it?
Yeah, but that's part of the charm of a poached egg, isn't it? That kind of chaotic albumin fest.
Not if you run a restaurant.
Well, no, maybe not.
I'm sure or some cafe, you need to supply, your poached eggs kind of as per they should be, really, which is neat and.
But surely you can get like a plastic spoon of some description that you can actually break the egg in, and then sort of submerse it, into the boiling water.
Well, you can get like a metal poacher thing, can't you, with like a cup in it that you put your egg into, I think, and you kind of boil water. I don't know. Anyway,
that sounds like a good idea to me. I mean, maybe I have to get one of those.
You should try it.
I'll have to have a look. Do Joseph do such things? I wonder.
Oh, they must do.
I'm a very big fan of Joseph at the moment. I have a dream, right, which is to get the.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, we're not on IR radio anymore. We can say what we like, can't we? And if anybody from Joseph is watching, please feel free to send me lots of. Especially, right, they do this thing which is like I think it's a 9-bowl set, right? And the bottom one is like a really big mixing bowl, and then the next one is like a colander. And then they graduate down, and they all fit perfectly into one another. Yeah?
Yeah.
The very last one being like a tiny measuring cup. And you can get like psychedelic kind of rainbow-coloured, multicolored versions, or you can get quite a sort of beigey kind of version. I really want one of those.
Did I miss the memo? Are we now some kind of shopping channel? Is that right?
Well, we could be. Any products you've found useful in lockdown?
Hold on. Can you see that? If I put that up, there we go. Our little product placement warning. PP there.
You've found.
I think we're covered legally. I think we're covered now. Sorry?
You could have found a black marker pen for that.
I know. I rushed it. Sorry.
So,
I'll have a word
so
with
how
the
have you all been coping? How have you all been coping with the new rules then? The new the easing of lockdown.
What's
Isn't it
lockdown?
essentially the same?
Sorry, Martin.
Isn't it essentially the same?
I think so.
Aside from you if you can, I'm not doing it. You can go to work, or not if you can't. But try. But I don't know how you're going to get there. But
yeah,
try.
that's basically it. I think they're going for, let's send a herd out back into the wild and just hope we stay in power. I think is.
I had this week off, and I found that things that perhaps I might struggle with in the real world, I found quite easy during lockdown. We had a dump slot.
A what slot?
The recycle centre. Because the recycle
slot is something different.
The dump opened this week, and you had to book a slot. And my wife's right in there because we've got a lot of stuff we need to get rid of, and so she was right in there. She booked us a slot, and we had like a 1 o'clock slot on Thursday, and then I'd heard horror stories. We used the Foxhall Road one, that there was tailbacks. And it had all gone wrong, as these things might, like it was the queue to Costa.
Like Costa Coffee or Kentucky or whatever, yeah.
People didn't get the memo, thought they could just turn up at the dump without a booking, honestly.
Lunatics.
It was
what
all
is
going
this?
to be chaotic.
2019?
So this meant that my wife then chickened out because she had planned to go in her lunch break, and she thought she wouldn't have time, so I got sent. Easiest thing ever. The road was closed, except for people with a little email that said you could go in the road and go to the dump. Got to some cones, they let me through, into the dump, got rid of the rubbish, back home I went. Easiest.
Martin, so at what point was the road closed?
It was closed, I don't know the names of these roads. If you were going from, say, this is local news people, if you're going from Bixley Road, turning right onto Foxhall Road, past the Nuffield, past the first left, past the radar museum, the exciting radar museum, past there, around about there, just as you go past there.
I didn't know there was a radar museum out that way.
Yes.
It is radar, isn't it? In the middle
well,
of the
I think, yeah, something like that, I think, yeah.
How come I've never heard of this radar museum, is it? I can't wait to visit that when things ease up. I imagine they're closed though, right, at the moment?
I think they're closed most of the time anyway.
Probably get like more visitors now than they've ever got before, right? And
that very day, in the afternoon, I got a call from the opticians who were running a limited service, and I finally replaced my broken glasses. And that was easy.
I'm really happy that you did, Martin, because I've no longer got like the most outrageously oversized glasses on this show anymore.
They're the same glasses, Neil, but they're just new frames.
They look huge.
Again, congratulations to Specsavers, because I just turned up, knocked on the door, they let me in. I was the only man in the shop. They took my broken frames away, took my lenses out, put the lenses which were fine in the new frames, gave them back to me, and off I went. Best trip to the opticians ever.
So, Martin, can I just say, it sounds like you've been living an ordinary life.
I have been living an ordinary life with benefits, Mike. I just turn up and get things done, and then I'm off again, back home to my garden. It's brilliant.
So have you been shopping as well? Have you been out shopping?
I have been shopping.
Normally grocery shopping.
Yeah. Waitrose, bless them, are still allowing NHS workers in as priority, and I'm still too scared to go out with my badge, and so I queue up. Last time in the week I queued up, and I was queued right around the corner to the kind of pickup John Lewis entrance. So it's so easy. So I waited in line, watching people with NHS badges just sail past. Some people even took the piss and wore an NHS T-shirt as well, just to really ram it home.
You don't really want to be turned away, though, do you? You know, they just don't classify you maybe as that key, perhaps. Make the decision at the door.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you do exactly? You know, are you a consultant or radiologist?
So, Martin? Can I ask you, how do you find the queuing at that particular store we were talking about?
No, I'm happy with queuing.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
but of course I'm happy with queuing because I haven't particularly got anything else to do. You know, I'm very strict.
I'm very strict to keeping on my sticker.
Mike, you're going to have to caution members of your family to stop them washing up while we're doing a radio show.
Yeah, I am trying to.
Is that your wife?
Body language.
Is that your wife doing that?
They've moved away now. Don't worry. It's all over.
Shocking. Don't get that on the BBC.
I know. Yeah. So how are you coping with the queuing? Yes, I keep myself very, very much to my my little square that's been stuck to the ground. And I get very kind of.
Are we in the same store while we're doing?
We
this?
are. Yeah, outside. You know.
Yeah, stay on my spot. I might deviate to go and look at the plants.
Yeah.
Look at the plants. I'll pop in and have a look at the plants, and I'll pop back. No, it's the thing. If you've got time, it's simple enough. But I've yet to be in a position where I'm popping out to get essential supplies during a lunch break or something. I'm kind of managing it properly, I think.
But I get kind of antsy when people are not. I was saying to Neil the other day, I get a bit antsy when people are not actually staying on their spot. They're just kind of drifting off it because they're looking at their phone. Or this happened to me on Thursday, and I was thinking, you'd stay on your spot. Don't drift off your spot. You pay attention. You know.
So does it shuffle along, and then you shuffle along to the next spot along? Is that how it works?
Yeah. Have you not done this then, Neil?
No. I haven't queued for anything at all. No, I can't. I actually can't abide queuing. I would actively avoid it. In fact.
Well,
good luck out there, Neil.
But then obviously you guys are shopping at Waitrose all the time, and.
Well, I think. Hang on a minute. I think that happens at any large supermarket you'll be queuing to get into. Even my local co-op. I'm queuing to get into my local co-op.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I've never had to queue.
Yeah.
Are you going at like a popular time of day, do you think, or something? Because I tend to go after 6, and I've never had to queue at all. Of course, everything's gone by that time. The shelves are completely bare by the time I get there. There might be like
there's no queuing.
That's
weird, isn't it?
I don't have to queue, but I do have to live on dog biscuits.
As I was saying to Neil the other day, that when we bring the stuff back into the house, some of it we put in the conservatory to kind of almost bleach it of any infection. You know.
No, you do that. I found out my mother does that as well, which I was kind of pleased about.
Yeah.
Not so much. In fact, I at all.
Well, there are some foods that skip it. You know, some foods skip the quarantine, like alcohol and chocolate. That seems to go straight.
Doesn't even make it out of the car, doesn't it?
We trust it. You know.
I started washing stuff like way back when it all started. However long that's been now, I've even lost track. But
3 years now.
It feels like it. I started washing produce, but the other day, as I was saying, I had a bit of a scare. I believe it might have been a dose of thrush, ultimately. But I realised when it went.
I'm off.
No, it's okay. It's you can get it just. It's not a sexually I thought it was a sexually transmitted thing.
No, it's not. I just want to hear about it.
It's just you can get it when you run down, right? Anyway, so I lost all kind of taste in my mouth, and I was really worried because it was a bit of a thing. And it was only kind of when I was suffering with that I realised that I'd been to a local co-op the day before, okay, and as I always do, I'd forgotten my bags for life. Thank you, Martin. I'd forgotten my bag for life. And so I had a big armful of goods because I didn't want to buy yet another carrier bag, okay? So I had a big armful of goods, and then the guy passes me a big bag of crisps that I'd bought, right? And I had nowhere to put them, so I just put them in my mouth. And I was going to the car like this with a big bag of crisps swinging between my teeth. And, but it was only like the following night, and I thought, oh my God, I haven't got any taste in. I can't taste anything. Oh my God. Ah. And I thought I could die because I forgot my bag for life. I thought it was.
I think actually some of this COVID-19 stuff, I actually have got a picture of someone carrying something through in their teeth with a big cross through it.
Yeah. What a plonker, Yeah, I know. It won't happen again, guys. But believe you me. But
I have to check myself at the supermarket fruit and vegetable thing where you get the plastic bag or the compostable bags. And I'm one of these people who can't, I can't split carry a bag.
Oh, do you put it in your mouth?
My fingers. Same if I'm reading the Bible, So
see, there you go, right? You're licking your fingers.
Licking my fingers. Then I'm touching the satsumas, the avocados, and I'm touching ones I'm not necessarily going to put in my bag. We're keeping to that potato's not big enough for I need. I'll put that one back and weigh up another one.
Yeah.
So I have to be very wary of that because that is something I do, which would be frowned upon.
Look, can you tell me when you're going to Waitrose next, and I can go before you.
When I do I know it's a two-way process, but I did think of you because when I dropped off some on an early show, I said I'd drop off if it was an early show or a preamble before a show, but I said I'd drop Neil off some razor blades because we had some ones that happened to fit his razor. I did wipe that with a 70% alcohol wipe before I dropped it on your car for you to pick up. So I do try and think of it.
That was
early days.
It was great because I knew I could swallow those razor blades without worrying. Very good of you.
And also, of course, in our local co-op, they have a sign that says, only touch what you're going to buy. Have you seen these signs?
I haven't seen that particular sign, no.
So I end up kind of like buying stuff I don't really need because I feel I can't put it back on the shelf when I picked it up. Yesterday I thought I was picking up a cabbage, but turned out it was an iceberg lettuce. And,
easy mistake to make.
Especially when it was cling filmed. And actually, I did put that back. I had a quick look around. We couldn't see any assistants and popped it back on the shelf.
Shocking. There's no way I'm going to the supermarket that you guys visit.
You got to keep that. You've got to keep that R rate down.
Okay, thanks. Yes, it's very important, isn't it?
And stay alert.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you're wary enough there of your surroundings, you two. You ready, like a ninja?
Hang on. Yeah.
Yeah.
All okay. Yeah. I've saved a lot and it's all right.
Neil.
Yes.
Neil, your sort of reference to The Shining on your back wall. Your Bruce Lee movie poster has been replaced by the word red rum. What's going on?
Oh, I thought it would help differentiate the shows if I had something different in the background every time,
So
plus I've been having a lot of really odd Shining related things happening recently. So
twins.
Twins.
Are you
corridor.
Having trouble with
lady in the bath. Strange bar guy who says, "Hello, Mr. Folger. Can I get you a spritzer?"
A lot of overacting. Yeah.
Yeah. And all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, as I found.
Hence red rum. Yeah.
Okay. So as you point out, as we do this, it's 4 p.m. on a sunny Sunday. You would not be watching it on a Sunday, but it's Sunday here. What are you drinking, Neil?
I'm drinking a delicious pint of beer.
Is that a stout or
no? It's a. Shall I do the pre again? It's a John Smith's.
Hang on. I've got this, Mike. I've got this Adam's Ale. Got it.
Absolutely, Martin.
I'm trying to remember things. I watched. I can't remember what I watched. What's the dressmaking? The Great
Sewing Bee.
What's that?
The Great Sewing Bee.
I learned placket. I learned a new word, placket. and I'm trying to keep it going. It's now been like 5 days, and I haven't forgot it yet, and I'm really proud of myself. Do you know what a placket is?
No.
No, it's in a rugby shirt. It's the toughened collar. It's where you sort of put several layers of cotton or a particular fabric together to toughen the rugby shirt. And at the same time as watching that,
is that a placket?
It could be a placket, I suppose, but it's not a rugby shirt, is it?
No, but surely it's not specific to rugby shirts, is it?
Well, I'd never heard the word before. And I'd worn shirts, but not often a rugby shirt. I don't know. And the other one's anglet. You know what an anglet is?
Anglet.
Anglet?
No.
Aglet.
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 Oh yeah, that's isn't an aglet the thing on a duffel coat that you?
Oh,
you know the little horn that you put. You know, it's not like a traditional button, is it? It's like a. What the hell is that on a?
It's like a what?
You know what I mean? It's like a sort of like a. It's like a
coat, like a rugby ball made of wood.
Yeah, it's like a sort of cricket bale thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
I thought that was an aglet.
No, that's not an aglet.
I think you've lost me.
Is an aglet the whole?
An aglet is the sort of perhaps maybe like a tape around the end of a shoelace that stops it from fraying.
Ah.
So I'm going to try and remember those words for the rest of my life. Something's going to have to go to, they have to replace something. I'm going to try and remember those.
Well, listen, I think a good one to know.
I think talking about, have to go, I think we might have to go. I think we're running out of time, guys.
We are. We're not quite. We've got a few more minutes, so I am keeping an eye on it, guys. So
I have a lager beer, by the way. I'm having a cold lager beer.
Do you have your outrageously big mug with you today, Martin, at all?
It's not with me. No.
That's a shame.
You're out of perspective mug.
Had great comedy value. Maybe we can show that in the next show.
I'm sure if we record of an evening, my mug will be out.
We're going to try and. So we're sorry that we've had so much of a break. We've had all kinds of crazy stuff happening in our respective lives. So sorry it was longer than the week. I mean, it's been longer than the fortnight now, hasn't it? But we are trying to do these weekly. So remember to this time I'm going to try and do it right. So down there, it will be like and subscribe.
Oh, okay, you sure?
Do that.
We're all. You're not quizzing. You're quizzing. How do you quiz?
How do I quiz?
Yeah, how do you quiz online?
All I do is quiz now. That's my new job. Using Zoom.
Using Zoom and someone the people set the questions, and presumably you're the family. So, because I worry about these things, I worry about cheating.
Well, you have to trust people, I think. Well, it depends, actually. So we do two sets of quizzes, one for Heather's side of the family and one for my side of the family on different days. And Heather's family can't be trusted. So they have to, as soon as they do their answers for a particular round, they have to send them in via WhatsApp and they get marked. So they don't get them any time to Google stuff and that.
I like that style. I'm quite excited about this quiz. The quiz... Kat's cousin does do pub quizzes in the Czech Republic, and obviously that's out as well. So he's set up, he'll be live on YouTube, you'll see him, but most of the screen will be his questions using an app, and then you watch on one device, and then you use your phone through another device. It's like almost like a buzzer. You input
okay,
and they calculate all the scores for you. But I worry about cheating. But it's ingenious because you get bonus points to speed. So
do we know what the app is?
You'll type your answer, but you get 0 to 1,000 for there's a lot of increments and then it's based on speed as well. That whittles out the cheating.
That sounds good.
I mean, it doesn't matter if people cheat, does it, on these things?
No, I mean, the Zoom ones is quite often. Zoom ones, you're there, you have the social evening. But this is like a competitive thing that he's trying to set up as a business. So you kind of subscribe to it. And so you've got no sort of video evidence. You're not there. It's not that sort of social thing. So it's just you and what could be hundreds of players.
Right.
So you would think I mean,
well,
I get concerned that cheating might be going on in these things. I shouldn't let it bother me. It should just be the fun of it. But I always have concerns.
the thing is, my work are doing a weekly quiz now, and the prize is you get to do the quiz for the following week.
Like
that's not a prize.
That's not a prize. That's like a punishment for being clever, right?
Either not enter or throw it. I think that's the best bet.
I actually took the last one off. Anyway, we are actually now running officially out of time. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Again, thank you, everybody. We've got a golden opportunity here to do some kind of ABBA tribute, haven't we?
Have we?
If you're all alone and the pretty birds have flown. With the thing, with the windows and stuff.
I don't think I'm familiar with that video now, unfortunately, but
you're gonna have to watch it for next
maybe for
week.
next time. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for watching, everybody. And we'll be back again probably next week, I guess, guys. Yeah.
We'll give it our best
Definitely.
shot. Okay.
Stay alert.
Let's just say au revoir. Bye.
Bye.